Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about entrances for your residences and your main doors. So I'm Radhika and I'm an interior designer and I mentor a lot of young designers as well. So to begin with, let's start with your entrances and how they should be actually. So to begin with, you will have primarily 4 directions and they would have other subdivisions also. जैसे कि नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट वेस्ट these would be your main directions and इसमें भी भाग होते हैं, there are subdivisions to it. But to begin with, your north is one of the most auspicious entrances क्योंकि वो कुबेर का स्थान है. It will give you money, it will give you opportunities to earn money. If you go to east will give you a lot of fame, name, spirituality. If you go towards west, it will give you a lot of travel, expansion, again, abundance. If you go towards south is a little complicated and tricky place for people, but I can say this much that people who have good Mangal in their astrology, जिनका मंगल अच्छा होता है, मार्स अच्छा होता है, उनके लिए साउथ डायरेक्शन अच्छी है. They can look into south directions. But south direction में एक हल्की सी problem है. South direction में there's only one entrance that you must keep. Anything apart from that will be not very useful. So just one, and that is why south has a little complicated reputation. So in detail we'll talk about these directions in some other video. But in this video, keeping how your entrances should be. So primarily, to start with, never keep your dustbin around your entrance. Keep fragrance, keep flowers which give good fragrance. Keep it a neater and a cleaner area. You can have nice planters. Keep candle lights. Give good lighting in that area. You want a welcoming feel in that zone. People should feel that they are welcomed. So for that area, I would say that go for planters, keep good sculptures, keep deities which you feel more welcomed with. You can keep a laughing Buddha, you can keep Ganeshji, but depending what kind of an energy and what kind of an emotion you want to generate when you walk inside your house, or you want your other relatives and friends to feel when they walk inside your house. So the moment you see, if you want to generate romance, love, then keep a man and a woman together. Keep a beautiful painting of them, keep a sculpture of them. If you want more welcoming notions, then you can keep probably, a sculpture which is, with folded hands, stuff like that. Or if you want to have a very spiritual feel when you enter, then you can keep Ganeshji over there. So depending on what kind of emotion you want to generate, according to that, we can have different kinds of sculptures and paintings in that area. But even that area has to be very well lit. I would suggest don't keep it too dark. रोशनदार होना चाहिए, घुसते ही लगे कि हाँ बस, this is it. This is peace. Because that is exactly what we want to associate our home with, peace, love. The emotions should be like that. If you have a darker entry, it will make you feel gloomy. Probably some people respond better to the darker notions, but depending what emotions you want to generate, that's how it should be. Then you can light up a candle over there. I mean, thodi bahut agni, little bit of fire element is no harm. It takes away the negative energy which is going to enter your home. So just light up a diya over there, light up a candle. It gives a very warm, welcoming feel. You will feel much more calmer also. Like seeing a light, candle light, you feel calm. So yes, these few things if you keep in mind when it comes to light, when it comes to fragrance, when it comes to cleanliness and neatness, So yes. Other part, your entrance should look big. It should have a little grander feel to it. Have tall doors. I mean, as much as they can be elevated. If supposedly all the rest of your home has about 7 feet height of doors, then your main door can be 8 feet, right? And even if your other doors are at 8 feet, keep your main door at 8 feet or 8.5, 9 feet. The bigger, the better. So that would be number one advice. The bigger, the better it is. Then after that, another thing is, indoors also, if it attracts dust, it should be kept clean all the time. So if you think that you cannot take too much of carving in it, though the carving doors, they look very nice, they can give a very grander feel to it, but having a carved door but cannot maintain the cleanliness of it, like there's a dust accumulated, then I would not recommend. And the other thing to it is, as for Vastu also, they say that if your door is neat and it is clean, it doesn't have too much of engraving in it, that just means that your life is going to be like that, simple, without too much of complications either. So no matter what you do, if you like the carving doors, go ahead with it. If you don't like the carving doors, better. But whatever the case is, keep it neat, keep it clean. That's your main agenda. Second part, what I've noticed is some homes, they have 3 hinges on their doors, which is not practical, because at least have 4. The reason behind that is because आपके जो मेन डोर होता है उसका वेट इतना ज़्यादा होता है कि 3 hinges जस्टिफाई नहीं कर पाते, वो कई बार लटक जाता है. So to begin with, have 4 hinges, and you can keep a track on your contractor who is making your door, because sometimes they do this, little hanky-panky. Second part with the door, what you can do is, there are panel doors, there are glass doors, there are flush doors, there are ones with wrought irons, glass, and wood all combined. So they have different variety. There's a lot of variation in windows. It's a lot of fun to design your doors, because that is practically your first and the last impression of your home. So going on to those tracks, again, I would repeat this thing, that no matter which design you pick, please make sure that you can maintain it, and then you pick it accordingly. If you have enough domestic help and you know that they will clean it constantly, go ahead with it. If not, then those carving and everything, they lose their charm. It's not going to look very nice. Then let's talk about, I already have mentioned that you should put planters, and planters which have good fragrance are a must. Now, depending on your location of your door, I could recommend you the colors that you should go with the entrances. So if your entrance is in the north, then all the watercolors, say white, blue, they are good colors for that entrance. Even if you don't want your door to be blue, you can put some element around it, which is blue. That will be helpful. If you're doing about a northeast direction, go towards light yellow, sandy, brown tones. If you're talking about east direction, then green, brown, blues, combination of these, they will all work. If you're talking about southeast, it's a fire zone, so you want colors like red, orange over there. And as I mentioned, you can have these colors in a limited formation also, not necessarily that they have to be in, not necessarily that they have to be the main focused colors. You can keep these elements with your design actually. Then if you go towards south, then again, red, orange, pink, magenta, these can be your colors. If you're talking about southwest, then all shades of yellow would work very well. West is your zone for your metal. White, silver, yellowish, gray, beige. These can work out in your west zone. If you're talking about northwest, then all shades of white and gray. I think they make very good color shades for these areas. So as long as we have covered your entrances, we have covered how your entrance area should be like, your doors should be like, and we have even covered the colors of the doors. I hope these tips have been helpful, and see you next time. Bye bye.